Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel today. For those of you who don't know, my name is Evan. I've been just started archery hunting about a year and a half ago. This will be my second full season this fall, and I'm really looking forward to going after elk. But I have been trying out some different arrow shafts and point weights and all sorts of other things, trying to find what works, and I kind of settled on going back to a standard diameter arrow after trying the 204 Black Eagle Rampages and also the smaller diameter Black Eagle Spartans and some others, and I just felt like the standard diameter just always worked out a little bit better for me. So I've got two different shafts that I'm trying out right now, so I'm going to do some arrow comparison and just see what works, see what the manufacturers claim, if they pan out or whatever else. So let's get to it. So the two arrow shafts that I'm going to be reviewing and comparing are on the top here we have the Victory VF TKOs. They have a carbon weave built into the outer layer, and they have a 22 grain insert in the front. And then the other shaft is the new Easton 6.5. These are the Hunter Classics, so they're the .003 straightness. 300. Both of these are 300 spine. Both are 9.5 grains per inch. The Eastons come with I believe it's a 23 grain insert, and it has a little bit more of a shoulder there, so we'll see how that holds up. And the Eastons are the new Acu-Carbon, which they say will not require weight sorting or spine sorting or spine marking like you have with the Victories here. So we will see. Also, the nocks on these, the Victories, run a boning nock, and the Eastons run the Acu-Lite, a little bit shorter nock there. For my testing, I'll be shooting a Bear Status EKO. It is set to 65 pounds, 90% let off currently. It just got some brand new gas Ghost XV camo strings on it here from the bow rack in Springfield. They did a good job getting me set up with that, so I'm excited to shoot more with those. I'm shooting a Scott Hero X release, and also a Trophy Ridge React 5 sight on there. So that's what we'll be shooting for it. So before installing the inserts, I weighed all of the inserts, and all of the orange Easton inserts were all exactly the same weight. There was no variance in the inserts with the Eastons. The inserts on the Victories had I'd say maybe half a grain difference between one of them, and the other two were identical. So let's check out some of the weights. Let's start with the Victory here. So I matched up the Victory with the shafts to the weights, and what I noticed with the Victory shafts is the weight consistency on the shaft itself alone was much more consistent than the Easton's was. So that one came out 295. This one 295. Yeah, I think this is the one oddball. 295. So yeah, 295. Yeah. So the Victories, very consistent. The Eastons. The first one, 296. $297.6. $297. $298.2. $296.4, and the last one, $297.2. So a lot of variation between the Eastons, which I am not very happy about considering their claims. The points we'll be using are from Ethics, stainless steel, 200 grains. All of these come in, let's see, 199.8, 199.8. I already measured these and they're all identical. So some first impressions, things that I like and I don't like about some of these. The Victories look really nice. They have this carbon weave finish. They seem to be very tough. I've already tested out a couple of these before. And also they have this, what they call a ice nano coating on it, which is very, very slippery and slick, which makes pulling out of the target easier, should help with penetration. The Eastons have more of your basic kind of plain carbon look to them. Pretty cool graphic on them. They're a little bit shiny, which I don't necessarily like, but the Victories are kind of shiny also. I have not shot the Eastons at all, so I'm interested to see how these do. The Victory TKOs are spine aligned. You can see right here, that shows where the spine lines up. The Eastons are not spine aligned, and Easton's claim with their new Acu-Carbon process is that there is no need to spine align these and no need to weight sort them, that they're all going to be identical. So we will see. All of these shafts I have are cut to 27.5 inches carbon to carbon, and we'll just kind of see how the weights come out. Some other things that I've just kind of compare and contrast. The Eastons, I like that they're made in the USA. The Victories are made in Mexico, which I don't prefer that, but I'm going to go with whichever one is tougher and whichever one shoots the best. The inserts on the Victories are a little bit more flush fitting, and the surface of them for the glue, they have kind of an older style knurled surface, which I think will hold better. The Eastons are kind of your a little bit smoother style, and these actually have a bit more of a shoulder that sticks out, which they say will help protect the end of the shaft. So I'll see about that. I might have to just do an update later on that. I do not like the half-out inserts that I've tried in the past, like on the Black Eagle Rampages. They just did not seem to do very well. Other things about them that I noticed, I ordered these from Lancaster Archery, and I had them cut at Lancaster before they were shipped. And one thing I noticed was the cut on the Victories was much cleaner. There wasn't a lot of extra material left over. I don't know if that's from the person running the saw or if it's just the shaft itself. The Eastons had quite a bit of extra stuff kind of around the edge of it, and I did go through and squared all of the shafts before doing the inserts, and also squared the nock ends on all of them. And the Eastons just took a little bit more to get them square.